We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's talk about Varsandi. They're still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience, but some of these guys in Formula One have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Varsandi completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Grosjean, Albon, Verstappen, Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg, Perez, Raikkonen, Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo, Gasly, Russell, Daniel Kvyat and Antonio Giovinazzi. Kubica and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care. We're hitting the rated limits on the MGU-H. The power unit is going to be more prone to overheating. second place. You're in second place. Hamilton ahead. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Bottas is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. To teammate behind is 5.1 seconds. We're leading our teammate by 6.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 6th. The time last lap was a 1:18.5. Turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. Position, front of the pack, Bottas behind, the gap is less than a second, they're on fresh softs. This is your final lap of the race. Teammate behind is 9.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 7th. The time last lap was a 1:18.1. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
Great work from the Haas team. They take a famous win here today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Haas are no doubt happy with today's performance, having secured the win this weekend. And our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations as we speak. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Varsandi increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Do you have any comments about the collisions? You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners? Great. Well, that's everything.